Welcome to day 3 of Advent in, I think, the most beautiful hotel in Paris. This is the Shangri-La Hotel, and welcome to my own personal Hallmark Christmas fantasy because, and I can't believe I'm saying this, Philip and I have actually been invited to come and stay here for 2 nights so that we could film it for you and share it with all of you. We are not standing in a beautiful purpose-built hotel. No. We are standing in one of the most historic, spectacular buildings in all of Paris.
So welcome to the Shangri-La Paris.
Thank you.
You are in the former residence of the Prince Roland Bonaparte. Roland Bonaparte was the grandnephew of the Emperor Napoleon I, and he built this beautiful building at the end of the 19th century. He lived here with his daughter, the Princess Marie Bonaparte. But unfortunately, the mother died, and at the time he decided to dedicate his life to the science and to the geography. So he built this hotel in 2 different blocks. The first one we're here in today, this is really to welcome all the guests. And on the other block of the building, around the restaurants, you had hundreds of meters of galleries with all the collections of the prince and his office, a huge library. And one of his major collections was the largest private herbarium of Europe. The Princess Marie Bonaparte was also a very famous character in France. Why? It's because when her father died in 1924. At this time, her husband left her with their 2 kids. So she was kind of in a very deep depression.
Oh, she must have been so lost.
Yes. So she was looking for something to help her in her life. And that was the moment when she met a very famous professor in Vienna, Austria, who was the professor Sigmund Freud. They became very close friends. So she started by translating the books of Freud into French. When the Nazis started to invade Austria, and she financed Freud to move from Austria to London.
Oh my goodness, it was her behind that move then.
Yes, exactly. And then Princess Marie, when she came back to France, she wanted to become the first female psychanalyst in France. So first of all, a very wealthy princess working at the time was very original. And for the anecdotes, I welcomed a very old lady when I started in 2012, and she introduced herself like a patient of Marie Bonaparte. So I didn't believe her, but she started to give us a lot of archives, and she explained us a lot of details of how she used to work. She told us that she sent her driver with the Rolls Royce to pick up their guests, the patients in Paris, to come to the office.
No.
That's very funny. So here we start with this beautiful staircase. This is from where you can see a lot of symbols of the Emperor Napoleon I. Besides being a very famous scientist, the prince was very proud of its origins. So from here you can see a lot of symbols, like the eagle you can see on the stained glass downstairs. You can also see in this beautiful staircase the imperial crown of Napoleon.
Ah, yes.
And here you can see the B for the Bonaparte family. And you can see the letters of the prince or B.
Yes,
on the
so
top of the
almost
stained glass.
mirrored with
Exactly. The space where you had the choice between going on the right and here going to the ballroom, either to meet the family of the prince or the prince himself, or going here on the left. Behind those big doors you had the science part of the hotel. That was the beginning of the big library and the long galleries where all the collections were exposed.
My goodness.
You can still see the statue above the doors, which representing some angels and some science symbols like the world, the books, a compass. Those are signs of science.
It was Intellect on the left, Party on the right.
Exactly. This floor has been inspired by Versailles, with the big gallery of mirrors, the war room on the right, and the peace room on the left. And you can see the spirit of it with the decoration you have inside. Before going into the salon, you can just stop this mosaic and you can notice those bees The bee is the most famous symbol of Napoleon because Napoleon made his whole military career during the French Revolution, and the situation was a real chaos in France. And as in the military school, he learned discipline and order. He really wanted France to know how to defend themselves and to put back the people to work. And he chose this bee because the bee is the society of the bee. They are hard workers. They know how to defend themselves. They produce the honey to fill generations after generation. And he wanted to be like the queen of the bee, the most powerful element of the society. But this is why he took the bee.
It's the perfect symbol.
So here, let me show you first the grand salon.
Philip, are you imagining we're walking in for a ball?
It's beautiful.
Oh my goodness. I knew it would be beautiful, but this is beyond anything I had imagined. Oh, the amount of gold in this room alone.
Napoleon didn't like to have all the gold like this on the wall, but it's really like Louis XIV.
Yes.
And, it reminds us the Sun King. When you see the chandeliers, you can still see the sun rays all around that remind us the Sun King. And on the wall here, you can again see the bees going all along here.
So it's an extraordinary mixture of Louis XIV and Napoleon.
Napoleon, that's right, yes.
Excess and restraint in one room.
You can see here a big mirror, and at the top you still have the N for Napoleon under the imperial crown. And at the time of the prince, there was the portrait of the emperor right here.
Oh, instead of the mirror. So that must have been a huge portrait.
When you look at the ceiling, at the corners, you have the RB for Roland Bonaparte again.
Ah, yes.
I love the floor as well, with the Philip side, but then also with the stars.
But also you can see that the floor has been well used. It's been danced upon many times.
And I love the fabric on the chairs as well, it's got little bees as well.
Yes, exactly.
It's a velvet. It's a cut velvet. Beautiful. His initials are in the fireplace as well. He's going to keep them that shiny. He can't really light that many fires. That's clean.
The imperial crown is important. It's different than the royal crown because you have this Christian cross on the top, and the royal crown didn't have that. Who was the most powerful man on earth at the time? It was the Pope.
Right.
So he wanted to be at the same level as the Pope.
But it is very reminiscent of a papal crown.
And let's see now the salon, which is called the family room.
Oh, yes. Just a modest little family. You, me and Galahad, Philip. It's really the least that Galahad deserves.
You can see this, it's more feminine. Mm-hmm. It reminds us the spirit of the peace room in Versailles. And we call that the family room because the prince used to gather here with this family for, I would say, casual meetings or lunch or dinner. And you can notice this frieze, which is beautiful. It represents like beautiful ladies and men with nice dresses, some kids as well playing music. Everything is about leisure. And this frieze is a copy of a frieze which is right now in the Chateau de Malmaison, one of the residences of Napoleon and Josephine. The original frieze was taken away from the chateau. And when the prince was here, he heard that an antique dealer in the flea market was selling this frieze, the original one. So with the story behind it, he decided to go and buy it and put it in his old palace. So the original frieze was here. But when the chateau became a museum, the French state took back the frieze and put it back at the original place in the chateau. And Pierre-Yves Rochon, the interior designer of the hotel, when he heard about this story, wanted to put a copy of the frieze right here.
Oh, what a wonderful idea.
I love that.
Yeah, it's perfect.
You see the bees in the fireplace as well.
So we had the rosettes in the last one, the bees in this one. Oh, and here the eagle has taken center stage at the back. So this is the nod to the peace room in Versailles. Then we have the Hall of Mirrors, which is the ballroom, then the war room.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here is the major thing for this salon, and you have a lot of historical symbols here. First of all, you can see in the fireplace the beautiful bees again. We find them everywhere. And this is a frieze which is very important for Roland Bonaparte because it is one of the most important moments for Napoleon's career. We are here at the chateau called the Chateau de Saint-Cloud in 1799. So you have the deputies here. You have the president of the assembly on the right, which is the Prince Lucien Bonaparte, the brother of Napoleon and grandfather of Roland. And you can see the deputies, they are getting furious and they were accusing the president of the assembly to do everything in his power to put his brother at the head of the state. Napoleon was just a general in the army, and you can see Napoleon coming into the assembly right here. Behind him, you had all his soldiers, and he wanted to stop this assembly, and that was the beginning of his coup d'etat, of his putsch. And few moments later, the Napoleon became the first Council of France until 1804, when he became the first Emperor of France.
It's beautifully done. There's so much character in it.
Of course, Napoleon again on his horse. It's a statue which is a replica of a very famous painting of the painter Jacques-Louis David, which is.
I know the painting. Beautiful painting.
It's Napoleon going through the Alps, which shows the power of the emperor. And again, you can see the two imperial eagles watching at the emperor with the fallen wings, the closed wings. It's a sign of respect in front of the emperor. Most of the symbols of Napoleon, beside the bees, are from the Roman Empire. And you can see all the shields, helmets, and everything from the Roman Empire army. And you have like a flag with 4 letters, SPQR.
Yes.
It's a sign you find a lot in Rome. It means Senatus Populus Romanus in Latin. It says the Senate and the people of Rome.
We saw it in Sicily, actually, on buildings in Sicily.
And again, you have this big imperial eagle with the open wings, symbol of power, and you have a ring in his mouth, which is a symbol of victory as well.
It's not beautiful like the Peace Room. It's imposing and masculine.
Yes. So you can imagine in this salon, very formal lunch and dinner that the prince used to welcome. It's very different than the other one. So we can imagine that the big ballroom, the grand salon, was really for formal events with many people. The family room was really for his family or close friends to have casual meetings. And here we can imagine again, very formal events or lunch and dinner.
And of course, even the ballroom has a terrace here. So onto the ballroom terrace it's an all right view, isn't it, really? So the views here make me giggle because they're so perfect. How is this real? This, in fact, is where the debutante ball is held each year in France, and it happened just a couple of nights before we arrived. They had all of the debutantes and their parents here. The whole thing was presided over by Stéphane Bern. Quite the social event. Oh my goodness! The lights change colour. Oh, they didn't have that at Versailles, did they? This is stunning. So which colour did you have for the debutante ball?
Can have like yellow one like this, between yellow and orange.
Yes, very nice, very chic. So here we are going into... Oh my goodness. So this was his actual private suite?
Yes, this is where he had his private apartments, yes. So the building, you had the ballroom at the first floor, we are at the second floor, and you had like only one more floor before. Then you had a beautiful roof, but after the death of the prince, the company who took over the building raised the building by 2 more floors. That's why it looks much bigger now.
Well, this is absolutely extraordinary. I can't believe that people can actually live like this in Paris, that it's possible to rent an imperial suite to stay in Paris.
And we modernized, of course, most of the suites. Now the TV is behind the mirror right here.
Oh, really? Yes. So that turns into the TV.
If you rent this suite, you can connect this suite with few more rooms, because this suite itself has only 1 bedroom. You should see that. But yes, this is the only one of the hotel, very special one with this high ceiling, this very classic French style.
I'm just looking at all the little details. It's mahjong! Well, I mean, I know what it is, but I must say I've never played.
Neither have I.
Have you played?
Right. I never tried it as well.
Okay, one day you have to try.
Yeah, we have to know how it works.
Oh, I love the decorations on the doors.
Can you imagine the prince sitting here and...
Yes. I have a lot of instructions to give to people right now.
Looks right, doesn't it?
And I've got my special documents in there, and even more secret ones in here. Good, all the secret documents are in place. think we're going for the global domination.
Also, this looks like it could be like a wine bar or something.
No, this is where I keep the secret drawers.
Ah, right, obviously.
And the blueprints of the global domination plans. That's for there.
At least you keep it to yourself, because usually they go like, and this is how I shall do it.
yes, with a white cat.
Yeah, exactly.
First, Mr. Bond, I shall do this, and this, and only after telling you will I kill you. Ooh, day and evening lighting.
Wow.
Yes, so you have
Amazing.
the kitchen for the butler.
Oh, of course, not for the person, obviously staying.
Yeah.
No, just for the butler.
And our staff can come from the corridor outside to don't bother the guest who is staying here. So we can put some very fine wines and champagne here and arrange even just a private dinner. We had some guests who just privatized the dining room right here behind this wall to have a nice dinner with the family. We can even add some like a small duet or a little bit of music to have a very nice private evening here. It's lovely. All the chandeliers of the hotel, including here in the suite, has been made by a very old French house manufacturer called the Maison Mathieu. The Maison Mathieu, they are based in Vaucluse. This is the only company who is able to touch and to make some renovations of the chandeliers in Versailles. So they did the renovations here.
It's the one that we are hoping to buy the candlesticks for to electrify our chandeliers.
And to do the ones to the chapel, absolutely.
They don't do only classic ones like this, they do also some more moderns. They have a showroom on the Place de la Concorde here in Paris, but they are based in the south of France.
Incredible.
Bedroom here.
There's a whole corridor leading to the bedroom with the most beautiful fabric on the walls.
You can see the beautiful dressing room.
I've forgotten all about global domination. I'm now hoping for an entire wardrobe of perfect Dior dresses, maybe, or should there be some Chanel in there as well? And maybe the shoes could be stored over here. I think it's a night for a party. I must talk to the butler and make sure that champagne has arrived.
Prince and Princess bedroom.
Wow. Is all I can say. Look at the way the light is hitting the fabric over the bed. A perfect Parisian light. These are officially the most beautiful curtains I've ever seen in my life.
Those have been made by the Maison Le Lièvre.
Le Lièvre, I love Le Lièvre. It's embroidered silk. Even the little edging's done. And then covered by velvet curtains.
I would wear that.
You'd wear the whole thing as an outfit. No, that is truly spectacular. Oh, I love the fact that you can see the Christmas lights here on the balcony. Right. Isn't that wonderful?
But in winter, when it's cold outside and you don't really enjoy like large terrace, something like that, this is very cozy here. It's very nice.
I love the frieze. The colours are so delicate.
And my favorite part of the suite will be the bathroom. Toilets, the shower, and the beautiful bathroom.
Oh, gosh. It feels like a room in a museum.
Yeah.
And yet it's a bathroom.
Exactly. You can spend hours here.
Yes.
Reading in the bathtub.
The people arriving today will be very, very lucky indeed.
Yes.
Well, we'll go out through the beautiful sitting room. I hope that this has made you all dream. It certainly made us dream. I actually can't believe how lucky Philip and I are to have been asked to stay in this hotel. I can't wait to go around Paris tomorrow and show you Paris at Christmas time and just wake up in that incredible bedroom with that view in the morning. But first we're going to visit one more suite, the suite with the best view in the entire hotel.
From every room of these suites, you can have the view on the Eiffel Tower.
Really? Ah, the bedroom.
So you have the bedroom with the view.
I'm going to go and see what it would look like.
Yes.
So imagine this is your room for Christmas in Paris, and you wake up in the morning. That is what you will be looking at. I don't think it gets any better than that.
Imagine taking a beautiful bath in winter like this and enjoy a nice view on the Eiffel Tower.
How long have you been working here?
13 years.
You don't look old enough to have been working here 13 years.
I am 33, so I arrived here, I was just 20. I just turned 20.
Yeah.
So yeah. I mean, I love the hotel. It's a really family-owned hotel. It's not a huge hotel. We only have 100 rooms and suites, which is not so big for Paris. So we have time to take care of our guests and explain them the history behind those walls, which is very important. And I think this is pretty unique in Paris, even if in Paris, of course, you have a lot of history. But being a hotel like this, you don't have usually this important story and with such important people like the Prince Bonaparte was, and of course the Napoleon Bonaparte. But this is pretty unique, and of course this is important for us, and of course this view on the Eiffel Tower is also unique. You cannot compare.
You got the edge, haven't you?
We have one big firework once a year in Paris, which is at the Eiffel Tower every National Day, so every Bastille Day, 14th of July, and this is definitely the best spot to enjoy the firework. It's from the Eiffel Tower and from the bridge in front of the tower, so you have the perfect spot here.
You must be booked up years in advance for the 14th of July.
Exactly, we have pretty much the same guest every year. We book year after year. Enjoy a nice dinner with his friends and then enjoy a nice firework here.
What lucky people.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
That was the house of Gustave Eiffel, the architect of the Eiffel Tower.
No!
Yes, they were neighbor with the Prince Bonaparte.
What a pretty house he had.
Yes. So then you have, of course, Montmartre on the Sacré-Cœur, and the Grand Palais with the big glass roof. On the left, you have a big roof, like a green roof.
Yes, the green roof.
There's a triangle. This is the Madeleine Church, and behind the Madeleine Church, you can see the top of the Garnier Opera House.
Yes, the round top. There's Napoleon's tomb and Les Invalides.
You have the Orthodox Church over here.
And Notre Dame over there. And is that one Saint-Sulpice?
Saint-Sulpice, and behind Saint-Sulpice you have another
Dome.
dome.
Yes.
This is the Pantheon.
And of course the Eiffel Tower. And let's not forget the Seine. I feel lucky to be able to stand here. How few people will actually have the privilege of standing on this balcony and seeing this view. I feel so happy that we can share this with you. And it doesn't matter if none of us can afford to come and stay here. We've seen it now, we've experienced it.
Thanks to the views we have approximately one proposal per day. The hotel.
No!
Yeah, we checked last year, it was one proposal per day. So far there is only positive answers.
I guess when someone goes to the expense of bringing you here,
Yes.
all the trouble of that and arranging it,
No.
it's a yes.
It's a yes. So you can see those beautiful flower arrangements with the lights.
So this is you setting up for another proposal?
Yes, absolutely.
So perfect. Oh, well, I hope that tonight won't be the first no. No, we're rooting for them.
Different terraces, those are some other signature suites with another unique views. But of course this one is the largest terrace.
But you can see from here how many have beautiful views and terraces.
I think I'm going to show you now the garden with the Christmas lights is beautiful.
Oh, yes. Oh, this is magical. It's a winter wonderland overlooked by the Eiffel Tower. It's hard to believe that we are right in the heart of Paris. Isn't it elegant and beautiful? So simple. And let me show you one other incredible thing here. It must be quite a microclimate here in the heart of Paris because the roses are still in bloom in December. I think they're still scented. Yes, it's got a beautiful scent. Well, you see, it's a magical place where miracles happen. Perfect place for a winter's cocktail. That we'll definitely be going into the bar later. The bar is based on the herbarium that Roland Bonaparte had here. He was really a scientist. After losing his wife, he never remarried, and he collected so many herbs and plants from all over the world. He made a lot of trips around the world to find more, that he had a herbarium of over 2 million specimens here in this palace. And that was the inspiration behind the bar here. So apparently they have lots of cocktails based on many herbs, such as the herbs that could have been found in Roland Bonaparte's collection. It's not quite open yet. It opens at 6 p.m. It feels almost like a smoking room.
It does.
From a palace many years ago.
The name of the bar is the Botanist Bar, thanks to the Passion of the Prince. And we can see the decor, you can feel like a tent during the Bonaparte's campaign in Egypt. So a lot of cocktails are based on plants, just to remind the guests to know the herbarium of the prince.
Cardamom, licorice, pink peppercorns, rosemary and turmeric. You can imagine all sorts of delicious cocktails. For some lucky people, this hotel is the place they call home whenever they're staying in Paris. And for the next 2 nights, Philip and I, and all of you, will be calling it home too.
This is the model of how the hotel looked like. So you can see you have the lobby, the main entrance, which is here. You have the ballrooms at the first floor and the apartment of the prince where we were earlier here. Then just above that you had small rooms for some of the staff who are living here. And now this beautiful house is our advent calendar. We picked already one particular guest, one of our VIP guests, which is you. We want to invite you just to take the secret behind those doors to offer you something special for our Parisian stay.
You have no idea how excited I am.
Let's see what's inside the envelope.
Thank you. Let's see what's inside. Look at the wax seal. And can you see the Napoleonic bee on it?
It's adorable.
Oh, it's so pretty. 2 glasses of champagne. Merci. C'est trop gentil. Merci beaucoup.
Avec grand plaisir. I wish you a wonderful dinner in our Shang Palace tonight.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Welcome.
Tonight we're eating at the Shang Palace, which is the legendary Chinese restaurant at the Shangri-La. As soon as we walked in, Philip was saying, look at the beautiful jade panels, all carved. But that's not what I'm most excited about. What I'm most excited about is that Philip and I never go to Chinese restaurants, and Chinese food is one of my favourite foods in the entire world, because he's always worried because of his sesame allergies. But here we know we're in completely safe hands. So for the first time ever, Philip and I are going to have a Chinese meal together.
Well, this is absolutely new for me. Ice lettuce.
Yes, the chef was really happy to find this in France. She thought it was only available in China.
Oh, it's wonderful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Turbot. Oh,
With ginger and chive.
So we have here one of the chef creation, which is the veal, with the crispy onion, black pepper sauce, zucchinis and mushrooms. Here, a chef creation, those are organic radishes, onion and Chinese chives. The fried rice.
merci beaucoup.
Je vous en prie.
And for those of you who are going to follow along with our Lalande Advent calendar,
it's time to open number 3.
right, it says, sing a Christmas carol on the top of your voice.
The first Noel, the angels did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay. In fields where they lay keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel.
Happy Advent, everyone.